this video, I built a successful landscaping business only to sell it and move to a new town with a brand new business. However, this time, things are a bit different. I have to make $1 million, and I only have a year to do it. Will I make $1 million or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy videos like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go make some money. Well, boys, it's another day back out here on the landscaping business. We got $303,000 in the bank account, and we have loads of work that needs to be done today. In fact, the amount of work we have is probably going to go into next week. And the first job we have on the board for today is tearing out an old driveway, which, lucky enough for me, I just bought this brand new to me dump truck here, which should help out with the job. And then we have a couple other jobs lined up after that. But in the meantime, if you guys have been following the series, you'll remember that I bought an old abandoned property and completely cleaned it out, and I'm gonna build a bunch of houses on it. Now, the builders have been down there for the last week getting everything done and getting the foundations laid and everything, so we should be seeing some progress there pretty quick. And my goal before the end of the year is to get those built and get them sold. That way we can reach our goal of making $1 million. But since it is coming to the end of the summer, we don't have a whole lot of time, but the builders are going to work fast, so hopefully we'll just be able to squeeze it out before the end of the year. Alright, so since our other skid steer is a little bit small for this job, we're going to be using the Case Minotaur. But before we hook up the attachments we're going to need for this, I have to take off the blade because that is not going to work to pick up an old driveway. All right, that works. So the driveway is already barely broken up, so I'm thinking with just this tool right here, this little grapple, we should be able to just loosen up the rest of it, no problem. And actually, there's one thing I want to check first before I load this up onto the trailer. I think we'll be okay, but I'm not sure. I want to see if we're gonna be able to dump into this. Oh yeah, easy. Okay, this is why I bought this thing. Makes work like this just so simple. The other skid steer probably wouldn't be able to do that. Along with the grapple, we're also gonna grab our smooth bucket here, just in case. And I am thinking that should be about all we need for this job. Hold up our ramps, and we'll get the heck out of here. Not before I shut the garage door, though. I don't need anything stolen. My only complaint about this new yard is we just don't have enough turning room here. Maybe one of these days I'll clean out some more of these trees, and we'll have just a bit more turning room. I mean, it does work. Just more turning room would be ideal. You know, some days I think this train just waits for me. Like, as soon as I leave the yard, it's like, yep, we gotta go right now. This is absolutely ridiculous. All right, any day now, guys. I got work to do. Screw it, I'm going around. Oh, then they lift up. Okay. All right, so we're just fixing to pull up on the job here, and this is actually an old house I used to rent back at the start of the year, and clearly the driveway has went to crap. Obviously was not done by Victory Concrete. So basically what we got to do is rip this driveway out best we can, try smooth it all out, and then another company is going to come in and redo this whole thing because, well, we don't have concrete trucks or the know-how to do any of this stuff, so yeah, we're not even going to touch it. But this should be a pretty easy job, and it pays, I think, was it 10 or 15 grand? I don't know, I'll have to look at the original estimate. I'm not sure how many loads are going to be here, maybe 2? Possibly 3? I don't know, we'll have to see. We're going to try our best here not to tear up their lawn if we can help it, but we are going to have to a little bit because I'm not going to be putting the truck out on the highway there when we have all this free space, so yeah. The people that now own this house knew that going in. So I went ahead and just dropped the trailer back there, that way we have all the room that we need pulling in here. And I'm thinking that should about do it. Oh yeah, look how easy this stuff's breaking up here. If I had one of those braking claws, that'd be way better for this job, but I don't have one, and I wasn't actually able to get one, but that's fine. I think we'll be able to do this job, no problem. Okay, we're gonna have to block traffic here real quick. So basically what I'm trying to do right now is just break up the concrete the best we can, and then once I get enough broken up here, I'm just gonna go ahead, grab the bucket, and see if we can get it into the dump truck there. I will say though, even with this Minotaur, this stuff's putting up a fight. We are getting it though, slowly. I'm gonna try load some of this concrete up with this bucket. I don't know how it's gonna go. Seems to be working all right. Okay, so I'm about halfway done here, tearing out this driveway, and there's this little walkway that I'm gonna try to get to next. I think we kind of can push out here. Oh yeah, look at this. This works flawlessly. Nope, maybe not. There we go. Minotaur power right there. Okay, so we've made some pretty immense progress here. I'm getting the dump truck loaded right now. Oh, dropped a piece. Oh well. I think I'm gonna try give the smooth bucket a chance here, see if it can do any better than this grapple bucket here. Yeah, you know what? It does work a little bit better. Okay, we got dump truck load number 1 here loaded up. I got half the driveway in there, so one more load and we should be able to do it. Anyways, I'm gonna run this to the dump here real quick, and we'll run right back. Well, I am pulling back up here in a different vehicle. I went and dumped the load at the dump there with the dump truck, and I found out it dented up the bed pretty bad. So since I would like to actually keep that bed in fairly decent shape, we're just going to use this setup here because I don't really care if this gets dented up. But just for the sake of keeping my new semi, well, new to me semi nice, we're just going to use this setup. And with both the F450 dump bed and the dump trailer, it kind of comes out to the same yardage, I guess, that we'd be able to fill up, something like that. But I pretty much got all the teared up concrete out, so now I gotta tear up some more stuff, which I think I'm just gonna try to load up as we go here. That might be a bit easier. I think I might have bit off more than I could chew here. There we go. For how heavy this dang skid steer is, some of this concrete is not light. Well, I think at this point we might be getting to the overloaded stage here. The dump trailer's pretty dang full, and I just dropped a piece. Dang. I don't know if we're gonna be able to fit it all in, but I'm gonna try. I don't know what kind of capacity that F450 has. I may have to come back for one more small load. Okay, last scoop. And I think we about got all of it minus some pieces on the ground, which I can toss in. I'm kind of curious to see if I can load this without this tipping back too much. Yeah, we're good. It's pretty low trailers, so makes it a bit easier, I suppose. And that'll work. Truck's all loaded down with concrete, and the job is completely finished. So we're gonna go dump this, run this back to the house, grab the dump truck, and then grab the skid steer and trailer there. Then get paid. That's part of the job. Skid steer's strapped down, truck's hooked up, and we got paid. I believe it came out to around $12,000, which isn't too bad, actually. That's pretty good money for our time. Anyways, we still got more work to do, so better get at it. Well, I'm just pulling back up to the house here, and you might notice semi with a big old trailer. Well, that's a buddy of mine. He runs a hauling company, he has a bunch of these, and he needs to borrow my excavator a little bit later this week. And I said, that's not a problem, but if you want to borrow my excavator, I need to borrow your truck and trailer. And that's because for this next job we got here today, I want to do all of this hauling in one shot as opposed to going back and forth because it's a little bit away from here. Man, check out this cab over. If he was selling this, I'd actually probably buy this. I love this thing. But I do imagine he'd want a pretty penny for it. That and the trailer. The trailer is really, really nice. So I gotta swap this tooth bucket out here for a smooth bucket because we're gonna be digging an in-ground pool. And to do that, we don't really need the tooth bucket. Man, it's such a slow crawl with this thing. All right, drop that bucket there. We can grab our other one. There we go. So the really cool part about this drop deck trailer here is, well, it's a drop deck in the front, but in the back, if we want to load up anything extra, like say the Minotaur over there, we can just drop the back down, and it makes it real easy. All right, excavator secured. We'll just drop down the back here real quick. There we go. And I gotta grab this blade, but I didn't put it in the best of spots here. See if we can squeeze our way behind there. Actually, I didn't put the Henworth in the best of spots. That's the problem right now. There we go, that's better. And we'll just load this up right here. Nope, not quite right there. Gotta get it centered. Perfect. Now to see if we can back this whole setup down the hill. Actually, I'm not going to back it all the way down the hill. I'm just going to pull off to the side here and then swing the whole thing around. Which luckily, this trailer's got some decently high clearance, so it makes it not too hard. So as soon as we're done with this job, I'm going to go drop this entire setup over at my buddy's place. That way he can use the excavator and the skid steer if he needs, in exchange for our use of this truck and trailer. Oh boy, it's interesting turn. We got to take it extra wide. Might have to widen out this driveway here eventually. We made it though. Okay, I think I have to buy one of these because this just cruises down the highway compared to the dump truck there with the trailer. Such a nice setup. Glad I didn't have to stop for a train this time. First time in a while. All right, here we are. This is the place. These people are getting a pool put in awfully late in the year. I hope they plan to finish it this year because it's starting to come to the end of the year here, and it's gonna be getting cold and there's gonna be frost in the ground real quick here, so I guess they're trying to get it done. So normally to a job like this we'd bring the dump truck, but since they don't want the dirt hauled away and just pushed off the edge of the embankment there, this is pretty simple. So this is the spot. They've already got it marked out for me, which is pretty simple, and what I'm thinking is we're just gonna park ourselves. I can get this maneuvered. We'll do one side at a time. We'll take a strip going out back that way, and then we'll pull back up and then do the other side. But before I get digging here, I'm gonna go talk to the owner, and it'll be a pretty simple job. Well, there's side number 1 done. Didn't take me too long. I just gotta roll back up this big old embankment here and do the other side. Well, besides pushing the dirt off the edge, that is it. That is all. Look how deep this dang pool's gonna be. Like, this is almost above my head. I don't know, it is above my head. Customers are pretty happy. But yeah, we're just gonna push all this dirt just off this embankment here, kind of widen it out a little bit more. Then they're just gonna toss some grass seed on it, and hopefully it'll grow. We'll see. Well, lucky for them, this is a lot of clayish soil, so I'm hoping it'll kind of hold. Won't just as soon as they get the first rain, won't just wash all down the hill here. Hopefully the old case is up to the job here. Been doing a lot of work today, that's for sure. But this thing has honestly been the best investment ever. It's a massive skid steer that can double as a dozer, so I'm pretty happy with it. Not to mention, it was cheaper than a dozer. I am no expert earth mover, but I'd say that is about as good as it's gonna get. We don't have any like specialized grading technology on this skid steer because I didn't go and get that package, which is like another 50 grand, I think. But I'd say we got this pretty good. Customer went out and took a look. They're very happy. And since we don't build pools, someone else is gonna do that. There we go, another job done, and 20 extra grand in the bank, bringing our total up to $335,000, which I will take. Anyways, I'm gonna go drop this whole rig off at my buddy's place. He's gonna be giving me a ride back to the shop there, and we got some other stuff to do. So I got back to the yard here and started moving some things around and kind of noticed the state of my lawn, which is just getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. So, since I have the Batwing and the tractor, we're just gonna give this a little cut here real quick. And considering this whole setup can fly pretty dang fast, shouldn't take us long at all. This tractor does tend to lack a little bit in horsepower when going up hills, but it is what it is. If it's not going uphill, it can still cruise. I am, however, gonna have to take that fancy little zero turn we got there and probably do around the shop, because this thing can't get too close there. That and down by the driveway. I don't want to take this thing into a ditch. I don't have the excavator here to pull it out if it does get stuck, which it just rained not that long ago, so there's a good chance it might. Anyways, I'm gonna continue mowing up the property here. Hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe and goodbye.